Hello. Here we are on stream again with a very special presentation of something I've been interested in from the periphery ever since I was informed that it was a thing in the works. And then later when I found out that people I know are involved in it, that just made the interest that much greater. And of course, we're talking about none other than Daikatana Restoration Project. We're finally bringing back Superfly, all those other characters you've come to know and love. They're finally getting the game that John Romero initially envisioned. And, oh wait, no, I'm looking at the graphic here. Duke! Oh, right. Easy to get the two confused sometimes. Duke Nukem Forever 2001 Restoration Project. Let's see, yes, all my OBS scenes work. So here we are. This mod has been getting some degree of attention as of late, and well-deserved. The goal of this project, as it were, as you may be able to gather from the title, is to restore what DNF 2001 could have been. I know in the past there was a Duke 3D mod that ostensibly attempted to serve the same purpose, and it was a fun little showpiece sort of thing. I don't know if it necessarily was as accurate as this intends to be, and obviously we didn't have the benefit of the Duke Nukem Forever 2001 build having leaked out with all of its project files and all that stuff. Plus, you know, that was built Duke 3D. It could only do so much. But vote for this mod for the top 100. I believe that's something you could and probably should do. I will also go ahead and link to it in the chat because I have the power to do that. And, you know, they also have a Twitter account here. For whatever the fuck that's worth. But, yeah. Not too much wasting time on this one. I kind of want to hop right into it. Y'all don't mind. Oh, that's adorable. Though, yes, there may or may not be photosensitive content in this slice. Assume there will be. And it appears that this was this FMV was rendered for 16:9. I'm playing this in 4:3 because that just felt more authentic to me. Mighty Boot Productions, or Mighty Foot, I should say. Now here we go. Now we're in the game. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through this. I know that I'm not the only one to have early access to this first slice, as it were. But what I'm hoping I can provide is some sweet frag footage, right? Let's see if that accomplishes anything. Fresh, though, that internet. Show me that master list. I'm not sure if there's going to be much of anything on this list. I was messing around with this last night. Ooh. I wonder if... I think these might not be the, yeah, the version mismatch. So there's people who are playing with an earlier build of this, and they might be running servers that aren't particularly populated, granted. But, you know, maybe someone... the README mentioned something about, like, you're able to start your own games and so forth. So maybe, just maybe, we'll mess around with that. But I am more interested right now in the campaign for what is here for as many stages. I believe there's 9 in what they call this first slice. We will start on Come Get Some. Not quite Damn I'm Good levels, but Duke 3D wasn't always my game. I was more into Doom, and when Duke came out, I just went back to Doom, truth be told. Of course I played Duke 3D. Of course I played all the Duke since and whatnot. I'm not coming into this blind. I'm just saying that of the 2.5D FPSs, that the build engine ones were not always my wheelhouse. I only came to appreciate them later in life. And, you know, I want to bet on Duke. I would like to place some money on Duke. If I had money to place, I would place at least a couple bucks, a couple side bets on Duke. Ooh, that's our first crash. Assertion failed. GLS editor. Get superclass. File C Duke. Duke for source test stable core source unclass CPP line 777. This will happen a couple times. This was running fine last night. The thing that wasn't working then was doing quick saves and quick loads. Take two. Yeah, I had a hunch it would work the second time. I'm not too worried about it. Now, what I'm going to do, a little game I'm going to play during this, is to guess what here is authentic to what was like left in the build, and what sort of stuff is patchwork, what sort of stuff had to be improvised, filled in. And I could be very wrong about most of this.
A stogie and a babe. Is that so much to ask during some R&R?
I'm going to bet that first scene ran a little longer. But we are in game now, or is intended to run a little longer. Ensure there are no spaces in the folder path if you haven't done so already. That'll prevent you loads of issues. I can quickly do that at a certain point if we have to. So you'll notice there are on-screen subtitles.
Here, follow me. I'll guide you to the studio.
And some voiceover as well. Not everything here is voice acted. This is still for being a first slice, for being an initial offering.
Huge fan of yours. I don't care what the president says.
I didn't mean to break you. I just wanted to make you do a funny little walk. There we go. I will also say that I am attempting to break this because I'm mean in that way.
Mixing all the music and sound effects during the show.
That looks like a legitimate asset. That definitely looks like a crunchy little MPEG file they would play, or an AVI, or what have you. VHS is made out of rubber. Well, I'll leave you to your work. I always prefer video editing in the dark, truth be told. There's a lot of interactables here.
So that's the ladies' dressing room. Always sell out. You better not go in there as one of the guests.
Do you have anything to say, lady? I feel like the ladies would probably be swooning over Duke. Oh, we got some fucking spam, don't we? How do I do anything about that? Well, hopefully it won't be an issue. And we'll just sort of ignore it. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You think I'm a professional streamer? I'm just some goofball who writes 40,000 word articles about video games. God, why do they even give this to me? Yes, I would highly recommend keeping the subtitles on, by the way, if not just for the fact that so much of the dialogue is not currently incorporated with voice lines. So if you'd like to have context for what's happening in the game.
Nukem? That's the green room. You knew that. It's basically a break room.
Tossing every item I can get my grubby little hands on. Oh, you can't pick up fire extinguisher. At least not this one. I swear I picked up a fire extinguisher. Hold on.
That's just a janitor closet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm giving you these fire extinguishers because you two are steaming up the room in here. Oh, I do want to show this too. Hey, this works! This fucking thing. All these touchscreen UIs, which, what, Doom 3 was like the game to actually implement this?
I don't feel hungry.
So anyway, that's, you know, I'm already giving this a 0 out of 10 because this fire extinguisher just being stuck in the ground really goes to show. And I know we have developers in the room, so sort your shit out. Unacceptable. Alright, let's actually get something underway here, why don't we? That's probably just bad item placement. It's probably just like in the ground in such a way. Stand on your mark.
Stand right there, Mr. Nukem. As soon as Jay finishes his monologue.
I would maybe boost some of this audio, some of the positional audio here.
Show for you tonight. You all know our first guest. He's saved the world from not just one, but 2 alien invasions. He's here to talk about his new book. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Woohoo!
Flex for the cameras, baby.
That's right. I'm Duke. I'm here. Everybody loves me. Oh, I love these cardboard cutouts. Also, I don't think I'm supposed to be up here. Running up and down the aisles. Man, this is a hell of a crowd. Don't mind me. Alright, great sound effect here. Inspired. The reason why I said I don't think I should be able to go up there is because I attempted to go up these steps at a certain point, and that didn't work. But these are placed in such a way. Oh, no, that one is blocked off. There we go. I mean, what happens if we run this way? Oh, good, invisible wall. Probably a good idea. For idiots like me. Again, I'm doing mean things here. Don't actually... I shouldn't have to say this, but don't actually get mad at the developers for not accounting for goofing around. In fact, give them a credit for letting you goof around a little bit. Also, yes, the chat is discussing the fact that on the same day as this, you know, is the press releases of this have started to go out, or within the same time frame, the Vivisector, the game that became Vivisector, Duke Nukem Primal Hunt, a build of that also leaked.
Wow, what a reception. Welcome to the show.
Let's actually get the game moving along.
It's good to be back.
Speaking of which, I hear you have a new entry for a certain book club.
Jay, don't ruin it.
Looking with regards to the audio, we're planning on ripping out the existing Galaxy UE1 audio engine and replacing with OpenAL. Probably a good idea, because this stuff can be a bit dicey, and that, again, that's not on you, that is on
All right, now,
Unreal.
Duke, let me be candid. I've heard the president is attending the grand opening tonight, and he has some choice words about how you handled that last alien invasion. He says that you ruined Earth's chances at diplomatic relations with our interstellar neighbors.
So if you've played the Duke Nukem Forever that we got,
What do you think?
a lot of these beats will be familiar. My understanding of Duke Nukem Forever 2011, or was it 2010, that ballpark, was that, you know, it stuck pretty close to what this original template was. It gutted things that just weren't, that didn't need to be in there. It streamlined it to a point where, you know, it became what it is.
It looks like we're experiencing some kind of technical difficulty.
But, you know, you can't fault it for not staying true, I guess, to this template. I just think that their vision in 2001 was probably a more focused one, which is why there's merit to restoring the version of this that, you know, appeared in the trailer. And you know the trailer I'm talking about. The trailer. There were a few trailers, but the trailer, which is maybe the best trailer for a video game ever. Next to the trailers, you know what? It's a close second to the trailers for the Splatterhouse remake that are set to that Goat Horse song, Apocalyptic Havoc. That's the best trailer. Close second for Duke, though.
Mr. Nukem, I know who you are.
Is that really the voice line they would have had here? I know these lines, these voice lines are redubbed, but is that really the line? Is this dude like so nonplussed by the fact that like everything is on fire? The impression I also got is that there was a bit more time. There probably was a bit more time in this section before things went to hell. Would be my guess. I'm assuming that the twins were probably around in like one of these builds. I don't know if they were around in this build. I'm guessing, and I could get a lot of stuff wrong. Alright, now I know something has changed in these controls. Twins were much later. Alright, good to get clarification. Additional controls. Weapons. Quick kick is E. Interesting. I cannot attack. Oh, there we go. I had to just mouse wheel a little bit first. I assume the quick kick would work, but having to do a little bit of scrolling first, but... Crouch jump. Oh! I did notice... and I'm doing this just to demonstrate something. The SOS, this is our heads-up display, it's the shades. And you may notice that we have some desktop backgrounds here. And as it's being mentioned in the chat by some of the developers, some of the files that were originally in here, there was a folder that was titled Teen Materials. I believe that has been excised from this build. There we go. That's the graphic I want. The old vent harassment one. I mean, that image is obviously a promotional image for the game, but that will always be the face of Ventrilo harassment to me. So, it's...
Duke,
That hair seam. I know it's been a persistent issue of some degree, having to redo that model.
Time to find out.
Alright, let's do a little bit of pipe dreams. This is a little tricky just because it only goes like in one cycle, but I mean, what else are you supposed to do? The inputs on this are pretty limited. Oh, not sure why. Huh? Something happened there. I guess I zoomed too far out, and that deprioritized my being zoomed into it, which led to resetting this by accident. There we go. The finger stuff can be a bit tricky, just because, like, it's not always exactly where your finger is. But again, these are things that would have been fundamental to the actual Duke, and I'm not exactly inclined to get on the devs for that, or what have you. Here, have a balloon. That is one bouncy balloon. I would assume they would have been, like, inflated because they're hovering there. You should have, like, a balloon, like, sound whenever you toss it. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know how the sound triggers work in UE.
I'm giving you the boot.
Unceremonious.
I'll pop a cap in your ass.
You would think that Duke would have something more to say about this. I mean, again, to be clear, I'm judging based on, like, I'm pointing out, like, what they're filling in gaps here. They are filling in the pieces based on, like, what is available. And I'm just thinking, like, you know, what they would do in the original game. Like, Duke would probably have some sort of comment before he even kicks this dude, just like, you know, I thought you were my biggest fan. Or, you know, like, something along those lines. I do like this effect, though. This is a pretty effect. Anytime you get rain indoors... Oh! I'm an idiot. This is what happens when you're easily distracted like I am. What's your name tag? That's not a name tag, that's just a...
Damn, you got blood on my good boots.
Real quick, let's... Are special screening just for me. Oh. Popcorn. Right, Duke doesn't have hands, he just has feet.
In front of the Lady Killer Casino.
It is a disaster out here, viewers. Las Vegas appears to be under attack from an unknown source. We can only assume that they were targeting the grand opening of the Lady Killer. Both the President and Duke Nukem were to be in attendance. Let's see if Captain Cole from the EDF can help us figure out what's going on.
Man, Duke's head is really shaking with that hat on, you can tell.
To get boots on the ground and the whole EDF on the same page. We're under order to assist in any evacuation and suppress any rioting or looting that we witness.
Alan, please add details. That's how I know this whole FMV is a joke, because Hitman would not have come out by this point. This is not an authentic assets. Dead giveaway, which is fine. Gotta fill in this blank. I'm sure there was something here. Alright, now I will admit, the first time I played this, I was a little thrown off here. So, what do you think you need to do in this room, if this is your first time playing? And again, I don't know if this is an issue of signposting the original game, or if this is like filling in the blanks again. And it's also not that big a deal, because I'm sure there are people who are much brighter than I am. But you're faced with this room. Ow, obviously. Also gonna... That fire really creeped up on me. That went from, like, 0 to... Well, we'll just rush through it. And I'm not using quick saves because I've had the bad luck with quick saves. Maybe I will rename my folder, as mentioned earlier. And I will speed through this. And, you know, people are saying that we need to signpost this better. I'll show you what you actually need to do, because Oh! Oh, no. Whoopsies! Pressed E when I should have pressed F. That is not the Duke I want to portray to the world here. That is not approved by or get well soon. You know, E and F, they're so close together. It's a real issue of keyboard design.
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
Now, extra credit to anyone who knows where the line, because obviously every Duke Nukem line is a ripoff of like a movie line. Duke doesn't actually have any original lines. Dying ain't much of a living, boy. First one in the chat who gets it. It's an obvious one. I don't think it's like a particularly deep cut or anything, but if you know me, you'll know my interests in this world. Okay. What you need to do here, use the oven, and that still doesn't... So, okay, now I guess I have access to the fridge, right? I guess I'll go over here, can't go up there. I can drop my frame rate if I look up here. I did circle around a little bit until I figured out the obvious. Oh, but because it closes inwards, you might also still get kind of mixed up. Dumbwaiter. It's not Outlaw Joe's. Is it Outlaw Joe's? I thought it was Unforgiven. So I guess I was wrong in the reference. I knew it was a Clint Eastwood line. It is Outlaw Josie Wales. It is completely... I was going to say a wrong fact until someone pointed it out.
I don't have time to play with myself.
Time to kill, 3D, Duke 2, Duke 1.
Don't have time to...
Is it spelled with a U or an E? That's spelled with an E. Okay.
I guess I do have time to play with myself.
Left click, right click. Oh, I'm not clicking anything. I'm not holding anything down. I think I broke the trigger by walking away from it mid. Also, you think I did not... Oh. Well, we'll just leave it be. I don't think you get anything for... I don't think this has the maximum ego boosts. But also, you think Duke, being the biggest celebrity in the world, would have a slightly better pinball table than this. Let the bullets fly, baby. Why can't I kick? There I can go. Alright, so... I think that's the way to go. What happens if I go this way, though? No, wait. Way to the left is the way back to the beginning. Probably don't want to go that way. And this will be our level transition, so... Well, I will say, that, I mean, like, all this destruction and stuff for 2001, this looks appropriately, like, you know, looks cool. You know, I'm happy to inhabit an Unreal world here. And the fact that this is stitched together and functions and flows, nothing short of a miracle. It's awesome that this exists, and it's awesome that the tools exist, too.
Stand down.
Duke, thank goodness it's you. I got scared and locked myself in here with one of your guns when I heard the rumbling.
Can a pinball game be a kusoge? Well,
Did
let me get into my kusoge bit in a minute here.
Groovy maximum penetration.
This is unfortunate.
Penetration. Damn it.
Damn, it does not seem like a severe enough reaction to that happening, to a babe getting killed in front of him. Okay, my kusoge bits. I personally believe, I am of the personal opinion, that the word kusoge should be reserved for games emanating from Japan that are notorious within Japan. But just because it's been so misused and like so overused in some cases. Now, I thought there was a thing here. There was when I played previously, where I got the one of the first Duke SOS upgrades. It could be a different briefcase. It could be a different room. Someone will tell me if I'm crazy or not. So someone will tell me if I'm remembering that right or not. Oh. Open the wardrobe, they say. Well, I would, but I'm stuck sliding right now. Oh, I see. I opened up the chat by pressing J somehow. Oh, well. Bouncy wall there. There was something that propelled me backwards there. No harm.
Stand down.
Thank goodness it's you. I got scared and knocked myself in with one of your guns when I heard the rumbling. Here, I think you might need it.
Yes, I do indeed.
Maximum penetration.
Maybe if I knock her out, she won't get shot down. Or nope, she's scripted. Out of my hands.
Damn it.
Open the wardrobe. There's that. Yeah, I swear, one of the times I busted that open, it had an upgrade. Oh, speaking of Primal Hunt. Huh? There we go. Now we're gonna get into some actual combat. Oh, too close to the wall. Too close to the sun. Duke needs his swim floaty here. Not much good it's doing, though. Well, it does float in the water, though. I guess Duke is just made of so much man that, you know... No.
Side assholes.
That's the line I was looking for. Duke is always kind of mistimed his audio cues, if we're being honest here. If I see a power switch, I'm going to flip it. Boop, boop, boop. Precarious corner. There's a secret I missed if I dared to look. Something in that room. I know we circled back around to that room in a minute, so...
Oh, too easy.
Let's say that I am tentatively interested in pursuing this secret.
Say hello to my little friend.
That has something to do with the ship. Maybe not that, though. Connection between the painting and the wardrobe. Now you got me curious. Oh, I'd have to jump back there, wouldn't I? Haha. Not this door with its... calendar. Lights. They are. Oh, I can't toss this. Actually cannot let go of... Oh, there we go. I managed it. Jump to toss. Huh. Connection between these two rooms. I don't want to spend too much time on it, and I'm not the most adept secret hunter in the world. But I'll give it like another minute. Not there. The room with the wardrobe. Is that it? Like I can see the shirts. The fact that I can make his pants materialize into thin air by crouching into these. Is it behind the couch? Is that's it? We found the secret, boys. I'll admit, that was definitely a surprise. I was definitely not expecting to see that.
Stand down.
Goodness, it's you. I got scared and knocked myself in it with one of your guns when I heard the rumbling. Here, I think you might need it.
Proving maximum penetration.
All right, I can't stand to watch your girl get hurt. So.
Damn it.
We have this next to the wardrobe for a surprise. Oh. Is it something to do with this? You know, guys. Okay. Alright, I just want to say that you built that up and you made me fucking walk around in circles so I could get a fucking med kit. I would not necessarily send people down that primrose path. We're proud of our secrets, they say. As well you should be.
Same side, asshole.
I mean, placing secrets in the game, it's definitely a lost art. Developers will, like, you know, spend hours building up to just, like, the one Easter egg they cram in their game these days. Can I just bypass everything and go right to there? Does that one power switch? No, because I need the other power switch, don't I? What? There we go.
Too easy.
Is that all I need to bring that down? Perfecto. We'll pick up the pace a little bit here as we get on the world's slowest elevator there. Slowly around the corner. Get a look at all this. I mean, this is a pretty skybox here. This is a pretty exterior. Anything I can cheese here? Anything up here? No. Quite alright. Making progress. Let's get into some combat. That's all this music can possibly mean.
God bless America.
Checking every corner. Seeing what's up and who's who.
Next.
You get the ego boost every time you get a kill, or you get like some amount of replenishment. What did we pick up there? Oh, shrink ray. Duh. Now these are huge bullets. Can I still put them in my gun? Oh, the Q still plays every time you walk into that zone.
Step right up and get some.
Right, this way. Not quite. Well, you know what it is? I probably needed the shrink ray to get through to... Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Or, I mean, I could have used it, but I could just progress this way, of course. Oh, some ash. I'm not going to leave that sitting around. Ah, that's my own carelessness. I was still thinking about the shrink ray, and I was trying to think, well, I'll do it this time. We'll see if we can. Is there anything that shrink ray leads to? 2 headshots for a kill. Versus what, like 5 torso shots? Anyone I can spot there? Unnamed decoration. It didn't actually shrink me down, though. It played the cue, but... Railgun is why it did so much damage. Anything in this corner? Oh! Spawning enemies. 6. Guess that Mid-Kick Doug come in handy then. That's... And there we go. Picked up a wheel gun. Right click, I assume, is grenade launcher rather than zoom. I know what it was! It just occurred to me. The thing I didn't pick up earlier was the zoom glasses. That's what's in the briefcase earlier. Is that you're supposed to have the zoom SOS. And that spawned previously for me, but not in this run. Okay, let's enough dicking around. Wait, is it? Says one of the developers. Yes, ETVC. There's supposed to be the zoom glasses inside that briefcase. You bust it open, and then I could have sworn it was on this difficulty because I don't play on the lower ones usually. Yeah, I don't know if the shrink works. You see the effect in the top right corner for like a second.
Never fear, baby. Duke's here.
Some secret money there. Man, those railguns are brutal, huh? That is a mean enemy to put there. Before you get your hands on the assault rifle. Now I'm shrunk. There we go. And you can't pick up stuff when you're shrunk. And I expanded when I was underground. Therefore... See, we're learning stuff. We're learning stuff every minute here. Do I dare? Come on, Duke, you can make it. Can't pick up items until I regenerate size. Let's see what we get for our troubles. MREs? I'm assuming this is behind, yes. So the downside of that Easter egg is that you totally skip out on the assault rifle. I guess it works as a bypass, but I feel like I'm going to be missing that assault rifle.
Just gave you the finger.
Oh, never mind.
Dollar.
Like the developers read my mind. Which developers, though? Was it the Mighty Foot, or is it,
Thanks. Come again.
Are these both counted as your secondary, or like your two-fire? I guess that makes a sort of sense.
Stand down, Dennis.
What? Dennis, I can't... Dennis, I
I need access to my library, and you need to get out of here.
already have a medkit, don't I? That's right. So, in case you didn't catch that, the gist of it was that we need this key card to access I want to try quick saving. Well, not too much we can do there right now. Can I bust this open? No, not quite. But double click that and let's bahop. Power trip. I feel like I'm burning through ammo at a rate that I should not be. I should probably be a bit more conservative with that. How do we trigger shield? Is that 6? That's not my keycard door, is it? It has a keycard icon on it, but... do we actually have to manually? Yes, okay. That makes perfectly sense. Yeah. Equip shield and press F. This is the direction I'm getting. I probably rebound it, in fairness to... if it's listed anywhere under weapons. Quick kick, reload. Throw weapon G. Inventory. Use medkit, use jetpack. Yeah, I'm not sure what it would correspond to in my weird binding. Also, is there like a inventory sort of, there should be like some sort of icon, I guess, maybe, for like letting you know when you have shield equipped in some capacity. Interesting light there. At least it only happens from one direction. Yeah, this might not be a shield run, just because nothing doing with it. It's definitely not Q. It says at the bottom of the SOS HUD. objectives. We'll troubleshoot later. Let's see if level transition fixes that. Probably should just kick those guys. Now I assume that... Oh. That switching weapons would cancel reload. That might not be an easy one to fix, though. Or an easy one to, like, sort of, like, hack in. Oh, forget those bugs. Ah! That's right, I forgot. I didn't kill you that first time round. Or maybe that's a new one. Oh no, we're gonna have to redo that whole section all over again. I'll tell you what, we have quick saves, right? Right, that's right, they crashed the game. So let me rename a folder. Real quick. Then maybe... I don't want to quit. Let's load. Yes, there we go. That's not in its own folder. I actually do have... Actually, as long as there's not any spaces in any of the directory names is the only thing. Because I have this in a folder that is games, DNFRP. So that's good. Now I'll be a bit more liberal with my use of quick saves. No sound, though. Oh, that's right, because I changed the application path. I took the kill there so I can go into my volume settings and switch output device. There we go. Okay, here we go. This one's for all the marbles. Duke, I don't think that was a negligent discard. I think you meant to kill that dude. You tramp, you rascal. But that probably could have crushed me to death if I kept standing there like a chump. Yeah, I see the enemy spawning in. Let's... No one's home. And yes, we'll grab the shield on the way back and test it again. Because I definitely want it for that railgunner. Money here. Or no, it's just tape. Easy mistake to make. Wunderbar. Quick save here before the wall bursts down. We even have some ammo to spare. Alright, shield. Let's get an armory while we're here.
New hardware.
Okay. Still nada on the shield. Oh well. Where there's a will, there's a way. Not sure what that could be. I know I do my rebinds That can cause issues. I just don't know what key would correspond to there, potentially.
Thank you so much for restoring power. Here, let me take care of that ventilation fan for you.
I want to get behind that door because I want to hear him say, man, that thing's really pissed off. That's like where I see that animation. That's all I can think of.
Duke's looking good.
Found a secret area. This gets a secret area notification. That's interesting. Now, do I... Let's quick save. Uh-huh. I had a hunch. Good, there's a medical item at the bottom. That's a necessity in this. Alright, well, let's show what I remember from this. Can't climb... Oh, there we go! For some reason, I remember that being on the right-hand side, but... I think it depends on your version. Do I open you, or do I open you? Do I open neither? There we go. Not so sure about these cameras, but just as well. You gotta bear in mind, a lot of my knowledge of Duke, I should have mentioned earlier, comes from, rather than Duke 3D, it should actually come from Duke 64. So I got a couple. Like here, for example.
Ever notice how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have fucked with? That's me.
Come on, drop me a shotgun. Dying for a shotgun here.
I'd buy this for $1.
Alright, this one works. Had a feeling they'd go into the door open animation. Alright, let's circle back around the long way. You don't have a jetpack. That's adorable. I think there's an item... Oh, I might as well get it, right? Yep. Sticky. No, I'm a fool. What is that even? If I had my damn zoom glasses, that might just be a mega health. Oh, I've really burned through ammo. Alright, we'll have to play a little more conservatively.
That's hard.
And I'm just letting ETPC and other developers in the chat answer questions in chat. I don't want to step over anybody or speak out of turn, or if questions are getting answered in the chat, I mean, that's awesome. That's all I can hope for. There we go. Video Game King, I am going to respond to, I'd buy that for $1, a joke that originated 14 years before this build, therefore the restoration project should replace it with an equivalent joke from 14 years from it today, a deal or no deal joke. Okay, could you clarify you're joking? Because I was going to say, Duke's wheelhouse is jokes that are outdated. The point is that Duke is a dinosaur. So, yes, he would be making Deal or No Deal jokes in the year of our Lord 2001. Just to be clear here. I fell for the mirror trick. Am I an enemy in this game? Am I, like... Is my brain equivalent to a 2001 AI? That's sobering to discover. No piss. Also can't back away from it. Drink. Unstuck. Well, I'm sorry. /unstuck. I don't suppose anyone knows how to reset Ghost. /ghost. Partially. We're still locked. Well, we're not gonna not do this level. I mean, it's Hollywood Holocaust. Alright, so note to self. Duke's a real pisser. Sometimes he goes and pisses in the wind. Alright, that toilet.
Hasta la vista, asshole.
Alright, gotta get the rocket launcher, I know. This time, we're gonna see where that damn item is. Mega health. Okay. And yes, okay, to be clear here, point that ETBC is bringing up, public will always find more bugs than QA ever will. Yes, that is why, you know, things like this exist. That is why it's always good to get your game in the hands of as many people as possible, and so on and so forth, and things that the developers are already well aware of. So when I point these things out and I linger on them, I am legitimately, like, trying to be like, you know, if someone is taking note of them, again, I'm not going to hold them to, like, get this fixed right away, Code Monkey, but, you know, it's just like, oh, we missed that sort of thing, you know. If that is of a service of some sort, then I am happy to provide it. Without judgment, with full understanding.
Oh yeah, there's more where that came from.
How much ammo do we have? 90. Oh, I should not have walked in that fire. I have a feeling it's going to go badly for me. Oh! I completely lost track of the camera there. Do this. Yeah, there's something about the fire in this game that seems like especially lethal, and I don't know if that's a difficulty setting thing. I don't know if that's just, like, as intended, but, like, between the camera jerkiness and just, like, how damaging it is, how it can go from 0 to 60.
Bullseye. Movie.
I do not care about the mega health, I've decided. Actually, hold on. That busted open. Did I get that right? My angles, you know. Where is the trigger that spawns? There we go. No, I never get that from up there. Let's do this instead. No. Not from the outside, only the inside?
Did I do that?
Thanks, Duke Urkel.
And the prisoner taking business. Mess with the best, die like the rest.
Sorry, I have a very prescribed way I play Hollywood Holocaust, and it's always this sequence. Don't switch me to the rocket launcher. That powder over there. Someone left their steroids in the gym.
New hardware.
Okay, now we quick save.
It's time to blow this party.
That's not the bathroom. Way to the pisser.
Hasta la vista, asshole.
Can't believe that worked. That kick from up there. Medkit. Vent. Thank you for your patience, sir. There we go. That's
Die.
the classic. Do we have that in our inventory now? Do we even need that in our inventory? Or and is there something else in this room? I'm gonna assume no. Take that. Forgot there was stairs here that I was gonna roll down. Don't say maybe, because now I know that there's something up here that I'm... Yes, there. See, it comes back to me. That's the thing about these old games. You never really, like, you know... Once you've learned them, you don't really forget them. I hope the stream is interesting, by the way. I hope that people are enjoying watching this, seeing this. Getting a sort of advanced preview, as it were, of this.
Let's go. Much better.
I put a sock in it. This one's not playable. I would swap this table out. I mean, it at least goes to show how authentic the table... Well, hey, hold on. Texture's flipped. Now you see what you did there, boys? You flipped that one horizontally. See how this this texture here and in the Duke graphic? And look, all I'm saying is that I'm coming for your jobs. Your manager is going to be hearing about this. This is the whole... Trying to remember where it was. I'm really draining this pistol. I should maybe... Oof. Happy accident, that shots. Got me so nervous to poke my head out now. And on a high note. Alright, so now we're going back into the main game, I would assume, with a shotgun in hand. And possibly having skipped some of the last level. Alright, so note stuff. You don't need to click when that animation starts playing, because they're putting a temporary prop in your hands to play that animation, and doing stuff like spamming the click button just prolongs the animation. Because it's like you're re-equipping it or restarting the animation every time. He didn't look like an alien at first. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. This is an ominous area, to be sure. I feel somewhat foolish, but I'm not good with labyrinths. Yes, we have heard that Duke Nukem Endangered Species got leaked. That has been a subject of conversation. Yes, I would check that out. I would definitely. Then again, I could just load up Vivisector and then fill in the blanks in my brain. Look up. Ah, yes, okay. Tarzan. And you can swing back and forth on these. See, these are the little things that like Duke had, that Duke forever was going to have, that were going to make it like so interesting and novel and so on and so forth. It was like, these are the little details. These are things that, you know, eventually became like losing the forest for the trees, or the pursuit of things like this and like feature creep led to the, you know, the state of the game becoming what it became. But there was a moment in time where like stuff like that was like magical and novel and interesting. And it's still fun to have a game like to go back to that just has like all these weird hooks and mechanics that you maybe use like once or twice in the scheme of the whole game, but someone had to sit there and program them. And that's the sort of stuff that made Duke Duke. Duke is not about the one-liners. I mean, for some people it is. It all depends on what kind of player you are. But for me, Duke was always just about like the interactive. I mean, that's what Build was about for me, really, if we're being...
Damn, I make this look good.
What, this eyeball Duke? I make the Cycloid Emperor eyeball look good? I know the second I take that call, progress is going to get made, but... Leaker Exor has the build engine version of Prey. That's very interesting. I'm very interested in that, and I'm also interested in... Maybe I should have... And having more health going into this fight would be something of interest. But that's on me. Yeah, I guess it would parse that the Duke... And just to the Primal Hunt stuff, there would be some Prey stuff there. Even if it's not released yet, which appears to be the case, according to Gaming Collective in chat. God bless leakers, by the way. Let me just say, to be clear here, people who leak stuff, like unfinished games and stuff, are cool. Not a build engine version to Prey, Liquid. We're talking, yeah, that wouldn't have been build engine. That would have been like a proper 3D engine. And Ice knows that these ropes are like very clearly visible as long as you're looking up. Yeah. Wait, you're saying there's a build engine version of Prey? I didn't realize that Prey had started in build engine in any capacity. I thought that was like circa 97, 98. But you know better than I would. That is interesting. Now I'm really fucking curious to see that when it comes out. That's a hot fucking scoop, to be sure. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, leakers are cool. Developers should always be archiving their employer's shit and then planning to sneakily release it later against the terms of their NDA, putting themselves in great legal peril. Do it for the vine, as they say. I want to see if I can get up there because I want to see what the that's just a light is. I don't even need to.
I'd buy this for $1.
That's a fairly obvious one. As far as like secrets in the level. There were portals in the prey that came out, right? I mean, like there's like the shrink way. There's a lot of stuff in that. So it would make sense that those had always been intended. I do like how many of these are. Message from Duke Nukem. Enter to. It's too long. Do I have an email address that's short? I gotta see if it works, right? I mean, I gotta...
No time to explain. Trust no one. And get out of town. There's someone at the Slick Willie who can help you.
Number you wish to call.
We're sorry. The number you have reached... We're sorry. The number you have reached... We're sorry. The number you have...
Plan to have a lot of easy phone bits in the chat. I was hoping that someone would say something while I was doing it. I think I took care of it, yeah. Because I want to, like, take my time in this room.
You're gonna regret that.
Oh! Right. Forgot about that.
I'm the guardian of
Oh my god, these things don't want to die. It's like they have an interest in living or something. I am also very interested in Blood 2 stuff, by the way, I should say. Just to be encouraging in the chat that, one of these days, Blood 2 coming to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Ooh, it's... okay, so here's what's happening. This is spinning so quickly, you're seeing the after image of it. And now you're not. Where's your placard? I'm just trying to find if there's a way to find what the code is. If, like, it's written somewhere, if it's leaked, if it's, I am so great. Guide to the internet. Level design handy book. It's in an email. The problem is that I try to Oh, there we go. I have to click this. 3960. Gaming Collective, if you need people to leak stuff to, I can put you in touch with people who are known for hosting certain archives of certain stuff. Let's say that I happen to have... yes, you are allowed to post footage. I'm going to give you carte blanche to do that. Let's say that I'm currently sitting on some stuff as well. And there's...
Those guys must have changed my passcode again.
One person I trust with that to sit on that stuff. I can't believe I forgot the password like an idiot. 3960. Message me. What's the best way to do it?
New hardware.
'Cause I know there was... Oh, I'm down to 1 HP. Maybe I shouldn't be jumping from any sort of height at this point. I'm curious. We're going to take a brief pause because I would like to see something on this end. This might be a hot scoop. Streamable. I've not thought of this site in a minute.
All in all, I'd rather be killing stuff.
I'll enjoy licking your butt!
I've just about had enough of you.
You know, this may look like pretty janky, but this is Blood 2 more or less. This is more substantive than I thought it might be. Yeah, I'm curious what the... There's definitely content to this. Yeah, no, that's... I'm gonna say real quick that if you don't know Game Collective, Gaming Alexandria is who I was going to direct you to, and if you need an in with them, please message me. If you know me on Twitter, please to send me a DM on Twitter, maybe. I will put you in direct contact with people if you would like to have someone who can host that stuff for you in some capacity and get it out there. I am always willing to liaison or middleman.
Welcome, Duke. You have an incoming conference call from General Reyes.
Duke, we have a situation. The city is under attack.
We're getting back to this, by the way.
That there is a parasitic entity capable of taking over a host body. It has been unleashed across the streets of Las Vegas, and we lost contact with our troops. The Earth Defense Force has been compromised, and I'm afraid you can't trust anyone.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Nothing about this makes sense. Why would they attack before the president attended the opening?
They must be after me.
Duke, for now, focus on getting out of the casino and regroup with us at the EDF HQ ASAP.
Surprised this doesn't have subtitles.
Need as much firepower as you
I wonder if it's because of the way that it's implemented.
on the situation with your Shades OS built into your sunglasses. Your
Because we activate this by pressing the F button, so this is like clearly like some alternate sort of camera thing. So I wonder if the audio source is in a spot where the caption doesn't trigger.
Good luck, Duke. Graves out.
Call ended.
Oh, the subtitles were there the entire time. They're behind the cutscene. So I think there's a layering issue there. I think there's something where the way that presents, that puts it above the subtitles. ETBC saying yes, they need to fix... That's a known. Okay. That's more than fair, obviously. I wasn't aware if that was known or not. But it seems like there's probably ways to resolve that.
sesame.
We are sitting at 1 HP right now, and I'm not super thrilled about it. Can I climb on this cable the same way I would a rope? Well, it wasn't a cable. I thought that was an elevator cable, but that's clearly a Batman reference, is what that is.
Pressure on the wound.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting the issue where every time I try to toss an item, I have to jump first. I know that I mentioned in chat earlier. Don't mind me, babe. Do we dare?
Much better.
No, I know I lose health if I hurt civilians, which actually is surprising because I totally killed those two earlier who had done nothing wrong. I mean, they were trying to help. They were trying to be good Samaritans to one another. Some of that didn't hurt me, or maybe because my health was already at 1 HP. You know, now we're getting into like environmental storytelling stuff here that I like. Also, I see we're still getting messages in chat. Give me a second. I just wanna. Torturing $15.
Come again.
Like your channel name. I like torture myself with bad games. You ever play Redneck Rampage? Yes, I have. We were talking a little bit about build engine stuff earlier, but if this is the first time you're seeing me, you might like a little website by the name of BadGameHallOfFame.com, which is where I do most of my work. I am not a streamer by nature, but I'm not going to say no to the opportunity to stream out a in-progress Duke Nukem Forever restoration project. I mean, it also helps to have friends in high places. Like, Frank, whoever this Frank character who keeps saying "Come on, you piece of shit" is, they are dedicated to whatever it is they're dedicated to. We just gotta find them. There we are.
Duke, I'm trying to fix the elevators in the hotel, but this damn door to the maintenance room is stuck. I think the Budbot hash can access the room, but I can't get it open.
Alright, sit tight.
Uh-oh. Budbot. That wasn't the one I beat the shit out of and shot the head off of, was it? Oh no. I'm... Whoa! Wasn't expected to disappear. EDPC, did I do something wrong? Did I mess this up? Did I? Shoot the robot. It'll be funny, Cass. People get a kick out of it. They won't expect it to be so mean. Go up that broken pipe. Oh, that was clearly not the room to get out in. In the room with the wall busted up, other side. mean, what's clear enough is that the pipe up is clear enough. I think people will figure that out. I just wonder if there's a better way to that bit of broken stuff there you can pass through. That was a bit I had a hard time spotting, but I think that's probably not too hard. What would be really nice is a flashlight. Or like the night vision. To have that this early would be. That's because there's so many dark sectors here.
Groovy.
I wouldn't say groovy if I picked up a gun off a guy who had clearly shot himself to death. But I guess that's what separates me and Duke. They're everywhere. Oh wait. All right. Was that the no? Was the that's no good? A Sonic reference, and then I. Okay. Let's take two this because I was playing a little sloppy. We can play this a little more straightforwardly. Huh? Okay, that's all there is to those two. That's fair. No bug there this time. Cow pie. How much health do you recover?
Thanks. Come again.
15.
Thanks. Come again.
25. It's had a sports drink before, didn't it? And now it has a power cell that we can't buy. This is randomized to some extent, which is a weird touch. I would assume those would be like static entities. I would assume like whatever like list of values it loads. Or whatever the, you know, because if it's bound to the model in some capacity. I don't know, just interesting. Yeah, I just want to trigger you just to make sure that if there's any sequencing here. In. See, I think that's what the problem people are going to face is, actually. I think the problem people are going to run into is they're going to try to find some way to convince the build bot, the bud bot, to go through here because of his vocal cue, because of his line. That's what I can see people, like, messing up. Because, like, once you figure out that there's stuff beyond the pipe, then, I mean, it's totally fine. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. This is a vending machine that has the sports drink. So it is just two separate ones. It is interesting that each of the machines has different stock, though. Because you can definitely play with that. You can definitely use that, leverage that in some way. You need to get into the control room to open the BudBot hatch. Yeah, something like that. That just, like, better indicates that what you're doing is not necessarily trying to crack the code of the hatch. Or, like, you know, gotta go to this room and rewire BudBot. Something like that. Because there's, like, a mission... There's a Perfect Dark 64. There's a mission where you use the cleaner bots to open up a passage. In, like, the second level of the game. This is what I'm thinking of. And again, Perfect Dark is a game that's not very clear. I would not use that as a poster child for clear objectives. You know, neither would I use, like, GoldenEye 64 in that case. But you get what I'm saying here, that there's, that there is precedent for puzzles which involve manipulating a bot, but whether you directly manipulate it or you need to, like, go to some room to wire it, I think in Perfect Dark you have to set a computer. It's a rewired computer that ultimately accomplishes the mission. But I'm just thinking out loud. We are also going to quick save again here. Come on, you piece of... I wonder if there's a radius on the triggers here, which makes Frank continue to, like, propagate that line across what seems to be the entire map. Okay, her line is totally audible. It's just it's only the text. It's only the caption that's slightly screwy on that. But it plays proper. Yeah, I'm so surprised that like every vending machine has its own stock and.
Thanks. Come again.
I would also very minor nitpick. The way that the voice on this should be crunched in some capacity, should be bit crushed. Does it sound like a dude standing right next to you saying "Thanks, come again"? But again, that's like, I'm being so petty with this stuff. Again, it's not out of a sense of meanness. I'm just like thinking out loud. That's Frame Raider. I've had conversations with Frame Raider before. I've had talks with Frame Raider before.
Say hello to my little friend.
Huh. Okay, this is another collision issue here. If objects... Because... Do I have a medkit? Okay. Never mind. I thought that I couldn't pick it up because it was in the ground. I couldn't pick it up because I had a full medkit. Yeah. So that's fine. I was just worried temporarily that... you know how it is. Keycard. Can't pick up that lipstick. Now I just gotta remember what door accepts the keycard. I know what it is. Oh, the Blood 3DO port. Now that is a keycard thing. But it keeps... I also know, for anyone who doesn't know about my writings, I have written extensively about the Doom 3DO conversion, which did come out. I even interviewed Rebecca Heineman about it to get some updated information on it, so if that's of anyone's interest, speaking of first-person shooters that struggled, languished in development, that is certainly a primo example. Not that door. Trying to put the pieces together, because lady ran out of here, keycard there, nothing here like a broken wall. Certainly not that. I know there's a door there. It's because all the rooms are, you know, hotel rooms, so they have a degree of identicality. Oh. Duh, right? No. No, that's just the same door from before. Can I go over that? Yeah. The clearance made me wary of that being the way out. But in lieu of other options... Hey, dude, I need you to, like...
Come on, you piece of...
I hate to do this to you, Frank, but you are in the fucking way. Oh, and it wasn't even... No, don't give me help just yet. Also, I'm gonna give bring Frank back to life. It's gotta be one of the doors here. One of these doors has to have the key card's fob on it.
New objective added.
Yeah. It's just, you know, like, without... Like, this is why Doom had, like, clearly labeled, like, red, blue, you know? And again, that's not on the developers of this. That is on 3D Realms for not thinking, like, you know, to say what keycard corresponds to what. For not making, like, keycards, like, have obvious descriptions on them. Like, I don't know if there was, like... I could have been wrong, but, like, if I were to select this inventory, would it say, like, as the item name, what door it's meant to open? Like, key to include, like, the room number here, because clearly there's room numbers here.
I'd buy this for $1.
Being a hotel and all. Let's see, was there anything on the front of the door here? 3809, yeah, so you could have been, like... Because otherwise you're gonna have people who do try, like, every last door, and... You know, eventually you'll get there. But,
New objective added.
I'm so wanting to open, like, every cabinet now, just in case. Wait, what is that book? That one doesn't have an item description, unfortunately. But I would say, like, yeah, it shouldn't be too tricky as far as, like, because you can hover over everything in this game and it has a description for the most part. Like, look, like, there's a hotspot here where it'll say banana. The banana we're looking at right now. Buy banana. You know, like, okay, so Lady Killer Ashtray. So I assume if you hover over certain items before you press F, it could tell you, like, you know, key card to...
You got the bypass. You should be able to access the hatch now.
Alright, cool.
Alright. He opened the door now. I think the elevator's fixed.
You can't save him. But there's the cute little animation. Have I seen the basketball says not Italian? Brackets. That's in this. I've missed it thus far. Can I put this back up? No, it's just a light from over there. It's not actually, like, indicating it as a highlightable as, like, an interactive item in the penthouse section. So a little earlier, let's say. Yeah. Is there a way, like... I feel like I may have not been paying attention to the dude when I should have been paying attention to the dude. The poor old Frank. Yeah, think vertically. Yeah, oh, wait. Duh. Yeah, okay. $200 amps, 200 amps. Okay, yes, these do have the rope physics. Ah! That'd be a crash. Luckily, that was 1, right next to a chapter checkpoint, and 2, we had to save either way, so... Here we go. Got some survivors here. Got some babes. Something tells me we really don't want the elevator working. Something tells me, or maybe it's just my years playing Half-Life, where I'm inherently distrustful of elevators. Maybe it's the time I, in real life, got stuck in an elevator for a full hour in college. In either case, elevators, nature's death trap.
I'd buy this for $1.
You know, we've heard the I'd buy this for $1 or buy that for $1 line like how many times so far? And some people might complain about how the repetitive nature of the voice lines, but I mean, that's just Duke. Oh. You seem nonplussed by this. Okay, this must be why we have the photosensitivity warning. For scenes like that. And yeah, there's probably not a better way. Maybe just to extend the length of the flash. Extend for a second or two how much longer that light flashes for. And that will get you a lot of leeway.
I'll pop a cap in your ass.
Because that would really bother some people otherwise, I think. There's a tester I used to use when I used to do, like, GIFs. Like, actual, like, animated GIFs for the Bad Game Hall of Fame. And I would run it through this tester that would say, like, give you some idea of whether the rate of, like, flashing image would potentially trigger epilepsy. And I don't remember exactly what the time, what the ideal window for that is. But there's definitely a way around that. And there's definitely, like, a range that is, like, agreed upon that will generally, like, not trigger people who are, like, short of the most severe cases of photosensitivity. But, of course, everyone's a case-by-case basis. I mean, there's not, like, a golden rule to it, but... Because, again, like, I totally see the effect you're going for here. And, again, this could also be, like, on the part of, original. This could be, like, originally the way this was programmed. Again, I'm having to guess, so, you know, we're working, you know, with assumptions here. But, and this could be, like, the way it was just originally implemented, and it's being... But if it's a matter of faithfulness, I would definitely alter. I would definitely change that. Even if it was an original asset an original effect that mostly works. Are we in a safe spot?
I have good news, Duke. You won't need to run around blind in the dark anymore. Our engineers have been working on a night vision upgrade for your shades. It's being uploaded to you right now.
There we go.
What do you think after you've had a chance to try it out? Graves out.
New objective added.
And that should be N. Yes. Wunderbar. I wonder if that's an SOS screen, if that is something that is scripted to,
I'll pop a cap in your ass.
you know, that you can, like, potentially create the flag for that cutscene to happen anywhere and to give the upgrade anywhere, to maybe move that closer to the beginning of this section. Because what you also notice is that doing this supersedes the flashing effect. So that could be just an alternative solution for people who don't, if you don't want to risk it at all, you could encourage people to put on the night vision to mitigate the effect of that and just, like, have it earlier. It would just be like a temporary, like, stopgap. Oh, that's right. It does require power, though. So yeah, it's a finite resource, and I wasn't even thinking about that either. And then, yeah, they feel like a badass at the end, being able to see everything. Okay, I can see what you're going for there. They make him stumble around for a little bit. So they do fumble around in the dark is what we're getting at. Sorry, I'm not going to find your son, probably. I mean, he's also probably dead, so it's... Oh no, I got burnt. Is this going to insta-kill me? At a certain point, or... No, the fire behaved appropriately. There was an appropriate amount of damage that time. Which is yeah, that's gotta be, like, pretty tricky, too. But, right, I gotta remember that you gotta do that every time. I wonder, let's, the instant you burn to death as well, mass specific instant note. You copy that, totally understand. The only other thing that, So we had that 3. We had 3 of those, but it said the 1 instance. That's just like an HUD propagation issue. And the only other thing that I've had issue with is like because I've rebound keybinds, the shield I can't get to work based on the keys that were provided. But I think that's like because I believe it's supposed to be the use key, or I have use set to F, and that one just doesn't work for me in this instance. But now, question, is this the elevator supposed to? Yes. Okay, copy. Are you folks heading in, or? Harold didn't go to his boy? Was he supposed to reunite with his kid? Oh, bye! Bye, Harold! Deuces, Harold. Sorry about you, Harold. Maybe your kid's down there, Harold. That Harold's a good guy. He's just trying to find his son. I'm assuming something's coming from there. Interesting. Don't mind if I do. Oh! Oof. I had a hunch. When the first time when it returned to his hands, I knew I could get that to work. That thing is a fucking hazard and a half. So, it's, Hello. Oh yeah, if you can't see me, I can't shoot you. Probably be the rules of these, boy toys. I want to see if they have the power cell in this. Nah. It's good. Whoa! Don't have time to play with myself, etc. I'm getting all the jokes out. That is a toy trooper. Theoretically, I should just be able to. Yep. Pressing F zooms in here, which is interesting. Duke Nukem, and this is spelled with a U. In that instance, so there's instances where it's spelled with the E, as it should be, and then the U, which is the classic spelling. That's why way earlier when I was in the arcade, and they had the Duke Nukem 1 arcade machine, I checked to see if Mr. Nukem was in a hurry.
There's no place to hide. Please help us.
There we are.
New objective added.
Dennis at the back of the pool. Will do. That door is blackened. Like, let's take a look at this again. Sorry. Like, you can tell from context clues that that's a doorway, but I would put a light source up there just to illuminate the... Yeah, because clearly the texture's on there. It's just a matter of... Like, there's something like this darkening that sector. Yep. Right, so we've come around full circle, right? These are the people we saved initially? Yeah, okay, cool. So the way we took like a long way around to get here, which is good. Because it means that you have multiple ways through the level. Which you're gonna want. Nothing up here. That's the way we came. This is the way to go. Here's my question. And yes, to reiterate what is being said in chat, this is fucking amazing work. If I have not been saying that enough times, let me be clear. Putting all this together, making, you know, soup, making like a stew from the scraps, from the leftovers here. Just wash your hands. It'd be cute if you had a... Because I don't know if this is here just to... If this was like a prop that was in this room, and if it like it had this label on it. But to have like Bit Crush Gianni lines, because Gianni does the voice of Duke in this, I should mention, where he's on loop. This is gonna be a deep cut reference, but there is a channel called Wrestling with Regret. There's a lot of wrestling coverage, and they got a Steve Austin WWF bar of soap, talking bar of soap, where Steve Austin tells you to wash your damn hands. You better lather up good, son. And if you get the bar of soap wet, it will loop for hours. So, I don't know. Just do what you will with that just random string of... Your can. Chug. And yes, you can post links in this chat. Don't worry about me. I'm taking it on faith that people here are posting to, like, stuff that is, like, good and cool. Deactivated. Alright, this whole pool area is new from what I've heard from the chat from the past minutes. I would just say, like, I wonder if there's any other enemies you can put here. I know that there's very limited slice right now, like, what, it's gonna amount to, like, the crawling aliens. You have the zombies here, obviously. But in such a wide open area, I just don't necessarily know if populating it with zombies is the way to go. Only because, like, there's minimal threat. I get it makes sense contextually as far as, like, this is an area that the tourists would have been congregating, therefore you would have the zombies to deal with. Because you could definitely do a lot with the combat in this area. Oh, that's what I was waiting for. That's what I was thinking of. Clearly something overhead now. No? I thought there was going to be a helicopter that would, like, swoosh on in and, Drop off some enemies. Oh, no, okay, yeah, I was right. I just didn't see them spawn in.
New objective added.
Yeah, forget what I was saying, because clearly, yeah, we were on the same page. I thought the same thing about this area that someone eventually thought of. It was just a matter of getting to one end of it first. How do I get back up? That's the question. Oh, there it is. When in doubt, just use night vision goggles. I just gotta remind myself. Oh, well. Obvious puzzle here. It's, alternating. That would be the BSP hole that got mentioned, I imagine. Have we reached the wall? I'm gonna walk backwards. Yeah. Is this where the objective is, though? Like, the reason why we came back here? Like, is there something I need to hit? Because when I was down below, I thought I saw... Do we pick up the... Did it crouch? Or did we get the key card already? You need to ghost through it. Okay, okay, I get what happened here. Sorry, it took me a second. Okay, yeah. Let's just do a. Let me quick save first, just in case I break the ghost. Yeah, let's just do that for now. Because yeah, this is the thing. You can see it from down here, the BSP, and I know I know you already said you fixed it in this, so I'm just edifying the audience a little bit here. That what's probably happening here is my guess, is that because of the way the steam projects and whatever effect is there, that when you hit it from a certain angle, it causes the hollow mirrors effect. Even though if you look at it from this angle, you can clearly see that there's a wall and there's stuff rendered there. Let's unghost.
New objective added.
Yeah, so you can see this is where the this lines up approximately with where this thing is projecting, and that's what I was just trying to convey to folk earlier, but not necessarily articulating. Do we have assault rifle ammo? Not much. The grunts are gonna drop ammo for this though, right? Or do they drop pistol ammo?
Much better.
I'm gonna trade some shotgun ammo so I can have some distance ammo. What ammo do you drop? M16 clip. Duke had a little accident. That's alright. I mean, we're all entitled to one or two. I'm trying to figure out what... So clearly what I did was there's a toilet underneath here that I was pressing use key. I was spamming use key. And I triggered a toilet from... I can crouch, by the way. Someone's asking if I can crouch now. Yes, we are free to crouch. Man, I just want to see that toilet again. I want to see where I accidentally triggered a toilet from above. Oh, wait, the bathroom's over on the other side, right? Or...
I do get a little bit Genghis Khan.
The bodies are toilets. Okay. Alright.
Much better.
Got ourselves a regular run-in with scissors over here, huh? That's, That had me good and confused for a second, but but you put the pieces together for me and it makes sense. We opened this one up, and we do have, which is handy to have, escape lady killers. You use the security card to unlock the security, or use the key card to unlock the security. Are any of these interactive? Yes. Is this labeled as banana still? Oh, that's just Joe's corpse. This red rolly bag. Okay. Slots, no. Video poker. I gotta actually bet something, don't I? Hold on. Oh! There we go, that's some gun enemies. I have so much shotgun ammo. I'm awash in shotgun ammo. And also, why would I use anything else that's not a shotgun? I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to actually bet on this. Clearly there's a draw deal button. Clearly these are interactive in the way they're supposed to be, but... I wonder if, do I need to, like, is there, like, a whole system scripted here where you need to have, like, credits going into it? Where it's somehow, like, you need to up at some sort of desk or something? I was just assuming it would use cash. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to use your cash, but I don't think those are fully hooked up. Okay. Cash on the coin slot, and then you interact. Okay. That makes perfect sense. That's what I was... Yep. Makes perfect sense. It just wasn't obvious to me, because I wasn't thinking about the coin slot there. Alright. Am I really going for a flush here? Don't play poker like I do. Oh! Ah! Oh, never mind. I am, in fact, a genius. I wonder how stacked that is to let dummies like me win. Because if you don't know, in poker, even if you're like, don't hold on to, like, if you have 3 out of 5, the chance of the 1 to 13, then 13 times 13 to get, like, that's the chances you're playing with to get, like, a straight up fucking flush there. Or straight, I should say. Yeah, there's got to be some sort of helping hand shit there. I'm not that lucky. I used to be good. I didn't do much sharking. I couldn't shark poker, but I could shark blackjack at a certain point in my life. I didn't play the pool table earlier. There was one in Duke's penthouse. I can't actually see the numbers on these balls. I'm also assuming he doesn't really care. I'm assuming Duke is not particularly discerning about... Yeah, you can hit any ball you want in this, so... What does it look like when the ball goes into the hole? Because I thought I saw... Yeah, fade effect. Yeah, that's probably fine. You're not going to actually physics the hole here. You're not going to actually have the ball fall into the fucking... Oh, also, I noticed that it was mentioned that another article by PC Gamer about this very mod that we're playing right now, which is always cool. I've only been written up in PC Gamer once, and that was for Drake of the 99 Dragons, when I did article on that. Also, I have a feeling I'm not supposed to actually be up here. Maybe, just because it... But clearly I am, though, right? Right? Yeah. Also, I'm just thinking from a... Because I have so much shotgun ammo versus pistol ammo I've expended.
Time to open a can of whoop ass.
I don't know if it's addressed... I think... I'll tell you exactly what it is, actually. But first of all, let me... Oh, it's a drink bot, is what that is. Oh, can I play... No, not quite. That's alright. Alright, we're on the other side of it, so... I'll tell you what the problem I had with that was. And again, this is like such minor nitpicky stuff. Alright, so you go up here. I'm just gonna place myself back. There's exciting things happening in the chat right now, so I'm struggling to, you know, focus my attention on these two things. Okay, here is the problem. This is the sole problem I have with this. This thing being something you walk through, I thought I had jumped, or, you know, here it is. This feels floaty. The way that this is angled makes me feel like I'm hovering above this. That's the slight problem I have with this. And then this clipping through this, like, this should be, like, either, like, have collision on it so you jump over it, then you sink into this part. Because I think the height lines up here. The height makes sense for where you are. It's just, like, it leads to this feeling that I'm, like, floating over it. So, again, very minor thing. But clearly once you get to the other side of it, you see, like, where the critical path is. Like, you'll tell this is new area, and you'll know, like, to progress here. Employees only. Bartenders will have animations post first slice. Copy that. Right now, I'm just looking for. Oh, you can totally bypass that area too. Yeah, I'm not particularly worried about the. I mean, like, the bartenders make T-posing anyway makes sense because they're friggin' robots anyway. So if they're in a default state, suspicious suitcase. There we go. See, that's how the suitcases are supposed to propagate. That's what I thought they were supposed to do. It's just the one that we missed out earlier that had the zoom upgrade for the, Now, is this just a matter of shooting this? Not quite. This is one where I might need some help just figuring out what I need to, It's the office, okay. Use my key. Wait, do I have a key card? Oh. Okay. Slight problem. There's no key card reader on this to make it clear. You had it on some of the other doors. So I would not have thought. I was about to shoot this with a rocket because of the rocket launcher that was placed there. So that's just like a one missing thing.
New objective added.
Because most of the doors here, like, to be clear, like, every other door that has required a key card has totally had that, so it's been, like, very consistent. That's just, like, a very easy oversight. That's a very simple, yeah. So I flip those two switches, and then what is that supposed to accomplish is the question. And let me check, because there should be, obviously, objective list. Exit the casino through Westgate. I just assumed that would open these up as well, but... Opens the gates in the main hub. Walk through here. Like, I would have assumed those gates would have, like, led back to... But I guess Geomot, in terms of, like, map geography... There's so much stuff happening in the chat right now, and I'm appreciative because it's cool stuff. Again, Gaming Collective, if you need someone who can, like, broker the stuff, and also people who can, like, actually sift through the stuff. If you need someone who's, like, that could really, like, actually, like, sort through this stuff and, like, decompile whatever, let Gaming Alexandria know. Let Dylan from Gaming Alexandria know. That is my go-to for any time I have stuff that is, like, work in progress, prototype, etc. Put it in their hands, they will, one, properly preserve it, and two, they will put people towards it that can, like, go through it with, like, a fine-tooth comb, like, on, like, assembly level and whatnot. Yeah, sorry, what was the objective here? Exit casino through the west gate. Alright, no, I'm stupid, because we were right by the exit. This is the... Well, here's the question. Can we put a compass in the game to let me know where Westgate is? Because I'm a geographically challenged, directionally challenged. But I'm assuming this is... Does Gaming Alexandria release builds? I would assume they would. I would absolutely assume that Gaming Alexandria would. Or do they just archive? I mean, do they release versus archive? It's a question you're asking. They've absolutely hosted stuff. I don't think they would be scared off of that. I don't think they'd be scared off of releasing something because of 2K Gearbox. Okay, so here's the slight issue I'm facing. I just want to know where West is relative to where I am, and I don't know if that's something that is. Let me just check all the areas. What I'm about to do is check all the areas I've been west from the elevator. Now here's the issue though. What is west? Is there any sort of compass or like navigational tool that I'm missing here that would tell me where west is relative to? I'm facing here. Is north? Like, the path is in the main hub. Never eat sour wheat. That's just gonna put us through here again. Now I'm trying to figure out, like, what path I would have taken to get here. What gates I would have passed by, because if you go to where the gates are, past the casino machines, there's a gate that's open. Was that down in this way? You get back to the casinos? No, this is the shower room. Oh, these are dressing room. Yeah, I was just going in a circle here, but we're gonna head back up. Great how we're bringing people together in the chat here today, by the way. See, aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you gave me this copy of the CTPC? and if JC is here too. It almost makes up for the fact that I'm fucking terrible at navigating. That's where we've been. Westgate. It's gotta be this. Okay. I'm trying to think of, like, what a fix for that would be. Like, signs that say, like, northwest, south. But I don't know, like, how much sense would that make in a fucking casino? Like, I mean, do they really need signposting that would, like, say, like, straight up, like, what directional, what cardinal direction you're facing? And the answer is probably not. But, I don't know, obviously there is something that can be done. And it's not immediately obvious. But, If I can't think of it like straight off the top of my head, then I shouldn't expect people to like get that the first pass either. What objective would they have added mid-fight? That's like a few dudes in there. I should probably...
Much better.
Wait, I've really been neglecting my tools here. Like, first of all. That would be mass destruction. I think it became Eat Lead. Video game, you're not talking Eat Lead Return of Matt Hazard, are you? And then, yeah, there's Critical Mass on the NDS. PSP version was canceled. Like, whenever I think of Nintendo DS and PSP Duke, I obviously got the trailer. I know we mentioned a trailer earlier, like there being a great Duke Nukem trailer. Hold on, I'm sorry. I know we're probably nearing the end of this, aren't we? I'll just stick through it. Someone remind me at the end to show off some Duke Nukem trailers. Is all the only favor I'm gonna ask. How many objectives am I gonna get in the course of this? I feel like there's some sort of like trigger thing, like there's some sort of flag I'm passing past that keeps updating the without actually adding objectives. Yeah. Just because, like, how many notifications did we get about objective change? Good to have a shotgun. There's gotta be enemies around this corner. Oh, nope. Oh, boy. When did I last quick save? Well, that's clearly... Okay, yeah, I was on top of it. Are we doing Discord links? Did I get a Discord link? I'm more than happy to present a Discord link, if that is something. Can I not copy a Discord link while I'm streaming? Oh, that's right, streamer mode. Let's disable streamer mode.
This is a present from me to you.
Well, thank you very much for that. Thank you, Stuart Ashens, for subscribing with Prime. You caught us in a moment of downtime, but there's a lot of things happening here all at once. How do I make an invite happen? How do I make a... Yeah, take this temporary link for the Discord. Sorry, the developers of this mod that we're playing are in here, and at the same time, there's someone in this chat who is like has a bunch of like stuff they're leaking right now while we're playing this. Like, so I'm trying to put some people in touch with each other, but there we go. All right, we're back in. Let's get back to work here. I'm sitting on my ass too long, as Duke would say. I need to save some rockets, because clearly we have the Terminator coming through. One right. Oh, you can still shoot me through the, The new objective triggers.
This is a present from me to you.
Who else would subscribe at a time like this? Or type at a time like this? Thank you very much. It's, Don't shoot me through the door, please. Or through this wall, I should say. couldn't join it. I see you in there, or I see someone in there. Let me... Well, first of all, let me finish this fight. Which I don't think I'm going to win, because my health is too low. Ah, yeah, that's what I was worried about there. I think if that's a good gate if you don't have enough health to deal with that. That might be a effective way of locking people out.
I'd buy this for $1.
Okay. I will deal with the Discord thing in a minute. I apologize. But I feel like we're so close to the end of this.
You've got a lot of guts. Let's see what they look like. Stop wasting air and die already. Shiny metal ass. This really pisses me off.
You're an EDF shield goon. I know there's enemies on the other side of that. Is there any sort of way I can hit this guy? Wait, hold on. What's my 5? That's night vision. Ooh, we have someone who worked on... Okay, that explains a bit. I may have questions for you of my own. Which, and again, that's not a mocking thing. It's just, you know, I cover games of that ilk, and I cover them in some amount of depth. And maybe having an inside line on Hunt Down the Freeman development would be something that I am interested in. And I would be happy to give you a spotlight or room to air your grievances. This is going to be so tricky. The problem is that he stands completely in place. In that your angles on it are so tricky. I'm just trying to think if there's a solution here. Yeah, okay. So what exactly is triggering the Terminator 2? Is it crossing a line? Or is it killing a certain number of enemies? Or these are the questions like I'm coming up with right now.
I'd buy this for $1.
Because I feel... Shoot the guns first, alternatively. I haven't asked that I didn't play a demo, but are piercing rounds here... I know that the handgun has alternate rounds, but I think I've fired through everything that I would have had.
We got here is a failure to communicate.
Okay, I think that's as good as I'm going to do as far as keeping health here. Now it's just a matter of cross the line. Okay, this table is clearly what's supposed to be the thing. It's because I was getting on the other side of it that was causing the issues. But that's a clear and like very obvious way to deal with the encounters, to be able to use that as cover. I think the problem is that because I'm naturally inclined to go right and to deal with the enemies that are shooting me, it's just a matter of like, if the line is like, I imagine a line is like right here that triggers the Terminator. I go right before I hit the line. I deal with the enemies. I head left. Oh, you still got some life left in you. Cute, though. It is cute that the Terminator thing is there. You know, the way that it came out in Duke Nukem Forever, the way it came out, you know what I mean? Like, the actual release version where they saved the Terminators for the scientist who... The name of the DLC, the guy who cloned me, or whatever the fuck the name of that is, I had assumed the Terminators were always, like, intended to show up at that part of the game. I didn't know if they were meant to show up this early. Like, I guess my question is, like, is putting that Terminator here something that was originally in the design docket? Or was that just a, let's come up with a way to conclude this chapter as we near closer to the end of this? But, also, it was in the leak. Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to walk through this.
Shit, good thing this top is red.
Yeah, to be clear, like, because we have someone who worked on Hunt Down the Freeman here, in case you're not keeping up with chat, if you're watching this on replay or whatever, however you're watching this, or whatever time you're watching this, there...
Good day to die.
It's, we're getting some insights into a quite infamous thing, and to be clear, I would not blame any individual response, like, you know, who participated in that for their participation. You shipped a game, despite, like, what seemed to be a hell of mismanagement. And I wouldn't blame, like, any individual talent involved. Like, if there's one, like, thing that the Bad Game Hall of Fame exists to, like, to demonstrate and to talk about and to, you know, shine the spotlight on, it's the fact that game development is fucking hard. It's, like, on a AAA level, on an amateur level, on any level, it's fucking tough. You know, in the level, this is fucking hard to make this work. Especially if you're, like, picking up another team's scraps and trying to figure out what they were going for is a remarkably difficult thing to do. So, I look at something like Hunt Down the Freeman, and, like, I can see, like, where that sort of thing fall apart. Like, where that likely, like, was misorganized. And so on and so forth. So, nothing but love towards the people who deserve the love, and... Like, if there's one person to blame, and that seems to be this Birkin fella, who was the lead, was the guy who was ostensibly putting the money down, paying people to work on it, and so on. I don't even know why I'm picking up this money. It's not like we're going to really have much occasion to use it. Are we in a Duke Burger at this point? Is this technically within a Duke Burger, or is this still in the casino? Or is it a Duke Burger in the casino? Ash on the floor. This is the come get some buffet, okay. Or robots.
New hardware.
C4s, okay. And we should also have grenades for this at this point, right? That's a key fob. That's a key fob door. I imagine this objective will say find a key card to unlock the shark tank maintenance area. Okay.
Motherfucker.
We are getting some frame drops here, but I know this is a busy area and that it's the executable running out of RAM is like, if there's performance issues here, it is a lack of, it is memory limitations of Unreal, if I'm not mistaken. Like, again, feel free to correct, but that's what I would assume is happening here. Like, there's not much you can do if Unreal itself isn't equipped to, like, utilize system RAM to a point where it can, like, overcome frame drops in these scenarios. That would require going into, like, the executable in some capacity and saying, like, yes, you are allowed to address this much system memory. I will also say, whatever this music is, I don't know how fitting this background track is, personally.
I've swam with sharks before, so don't mess with me, friend.
I had to know. He does have a little wiggle animation, okay. Breath. So I noticed that the trigger there is just, like, slightly delayed. Shark will be killable on the 21st. The important updates. This. That dude probably should have heeded Duke's advice. Can I just shoot this to clear this whole maze, or... Can I do this? To some extent I can. Talking about asset sharing right now in the chat, which, yeah, don't worry too much about things you can't share. If there's things that you're still, like, held to, like... I was joking earlier when I said that people should just break NDA and put themselves in legal trouble. Don't. Don't do that on anyone's account. But, you know, if there's ever things you can give away, it's always fun to give stuff away. It's always fun to leak stuff like that. Why we have this, which I've had fun with. Like, I feel like I haven't said that either enough times. That this is so fucking neat to go through. To be able to, like, see this getting realized, and that's on me. I was standing too close for my little trick to work. Try that again.
I've swam with sharks before, so don't mess with me, friend.
Grab the ammo. Not getting burned that time.
Authorization successful.
Is there any point to this door here, or?
Authorization successful.
Red means stop.
Also, I just realized I don't have a heads-up display anymore. Oh.
New objective added.
I mean, I still don't have a heads-up display down below or whatever. Is that... Can I re-trigger that by doing any amount of, like... I don't have SOS, I don't have night vision. So I might not have power, but I can't tell because, not having health readout. Plus to toggle. Okay, yes. The plus, not on numpad, but on, numrow. That will work. Ooh. Yeah, the reason why I couldn't use SOS is because I didn't have power. Okay, yeah, cool. Gaming Collective, are you, what is your Discord username? Did you successfully join the Discord at a certain point? Because I would very much like to ask you some questions sometime about a variety of things. You seem like an interesting dude who maybe has some stories to tell. Bear with me a second. Let's try this one more time. I pressed escape to pause, and I somehow got a mission over. Let's... Okay. Bear with me momentarily as I try again. Invite people. Edit invite link. Please to try this link. And I will know momentarily. I will keep an eye on that. Can I jump over this way? No. Tried to get cute. What I want to do is just toss this. This would be the easiest way to bypass this for me. Oh, it's so tricky though, because the tosses upwards. So maybe if I aim down? Or fuck it. Just do that. I don't know why I didn't think I was going to be able to jump over that. That's on me. There we go. Obvious solutions. Think about them. That's a tricky one. I like this. Oh, not so tricky, but... I like the iteration here. I like the fact that they're moving now. I'm gonna keep quick saving. Oh, that one goes out a bit further than I expected. I'll just do that, though. It's,
much
better. Oh, duh. Let's just see the objective. I just want to see what the text says. Exit the casino through the buffet. You know, at every turn, I'm like, I know there's supposed to be 9 quote-unquote levels to this, like 9 sections that load. But at every turn, I'm still like, how much more is there to this? I'm like impressed every time around. Just like how substantive this first slice is and what that speaks to as far as how much game there is total to be like sifted through. Oh, Rodriguez, I hardly knew ye.
What we got here is a failure to communicate. Shit, good thing this top is red. I'm sorry, did I break your concentration?
Grab that, grab everything. I have a feeling we're gearing up for a conclusion here. Anything I can do on this side of the wall? No.
No one messes with my
I'm sorry if I haven't engaged with chat as much as I usually do in these sorts of instances, but I'm like, 1, I'm captivated by the game, and 2, there's so much conversation happening, like with like so much cool stuff happening there, that I'm kind of just content to let it ride out and let it sort of live organically, to let people have their own conversations as this whole thing is playing out. Hope that's a fine way to run these things. Like I said, I'm not a career streamer. I'm just a goofball with a website that occasionally gets to like gets looped into things that are cool. Why are you not? Thank you. Debug assertion failed. Let me go ahead and take a screenshot of this one, because I feel like that might be one that might be worth. Well, that's the end of the build. Oh, there it is. That'll be your, I think it's because you don't have the flyby implemented yet. It's trying to load something that doesn't exist, probably. It's, I reckon that'll do it then, won't it? That'll really do it, won't it? Oh, it's one of those ones that I need to figure out how to actually... There we go. It took me a second to actually close out of it. Right, I reckon that did it then, didn't it? We even saw the secret level and everything. Pretty happy with that. That's it. I do want to run one more test. Since there's a couple people here, I wonder... Do I have this set up? Yeah. There's no way to get this up and running, is there? You don't want to show off any multiplayer? Is there a way to actually host over this and Oh, I actually got a firewall warning. And these are the servers I'm familiar with. Not yet. Okay, that's fair. Unless I download an older build. Oh well. It was worth a shot. Let me see what this is, just out of curiosity. Adversity. Connection failed. Yeah, the mismatch. That's fair. That's understandable. I didn't know if one of y'all could open up your copy of this release and then like host it through there. Let me see, because I can certainly do like I can do like a bot match, right? Bus hunt, team deathmatch, Duke co-op match. I would assume just this build has no multiplayer maps. Okay. Copy that. The only reason I thought so was because of the README, which I guess the README is for the public. It speaks in generalities for the, like, as far as like having that stuff in there. That's more than fair. All right. That's what are we looking at on time? 2 hours and 48 minutes. Jeez Louise. I kept at this for a minute, huh? We really saw it through. Do I want to go to my end card right away? Or no? Oh wait, none of you motherfuckers told me the trailers. We got to look at some trailers real quick. Don't let me off that easy. All right. So first of all, here's a trailer for a thing we just played.
We have intel that there is a entity capable of taking over a host's body. It has been unleashed across the streets of Las Vegas, and we lost contact with our troops. The Earth Defense Force has been compromised, and I'm afraid you can't trust anyone.
All right, we've got a great show for you tonight. You all know our first guest. He saved the world from not just one, but 2 alien invasions. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Get ready to deck some halls, baby. Those alien bastards only listen to the language of hot lead.
No time to explain. Trust no one. Get out of town.
Fucking disgusting. Well, where's my milk and cookies? God bless America. Day to bet on Duke. What are you waiting for? Christmas?
When the people shout, "Hail to the King," they will, of course, be referring to me.
So that was an alright little trailer, you know, nice little cinematic thing. That's cute, that's adorable, but unfortunately, there is a better Duke Nukem trailer. Don't look at what I'm typing, don't spoil it for yourself. Here we go. Okay. You should have taken more cues from this, is what I'm going to say. That this is how you hype up a game.
Gum, and I'm all out of gum.
I think I have a higher resolution version of this.
Let's rock.
I don't know how I got hands on it, but I absolutely have like an HD version of this. See, I'm sold on whatever games these are. See, there's 3 games at once. That's how you really wow a crowd. See, what's great is that you're never gonna forget the names of these games. They give you it's a nice long while to like sort of register, like, you know, like, come on, idiot, like, it's Proving Grounds, it's Critical Mass, it's the other one.
Who wants some?
My favorite part of this trailer still hasn't happened. Not that we're getting teased by it, though. It's never not funny. This bit too. In case you forgot, this is a trilogy. 3 games. See, in case you forgot, it's Duke Nukem Trilogy. It's 3 games. Gas masks are cool. Now here's a few of them. Fuck, I forgot the names of the games. Oh, Chain Reaction. It is a trilogy. There's 3 of them. There are 3 games. I just wish I knew what the names of the games were. Oh, this is a cool particle effect. Will this be in the game? Will it be in all 3 of the games, or will this be in one of the 3 games? Proving Grounds, Chain Reaction, Critical Mass. Just zoom right in on his dick. One last time, in case there's any confusion. And there you go. See, that's how you do a trailer. Alrighty, I'm out of steam. Sock Puppet Kingdom. Note 2 of these 3 games ever came out. The one that did is considered one of the worst DS games ever made. I think we reviewed the worst DS game ever made according to Metacritic. We reviewed Homie Rollers, and it's not bad. Check out the badgamehalloffame.com. we have articles. We have lots of writing, and that's all, folks. 3 hours. We don't usually go this long. I usually quit after 2, but I was so compelled, which I think is probably a, you know, endorsement to the fact that this would have been a fun Duke Nukem if it had come out when it came out, if they just finished it in that iteration. You know, it probably would have been something close. When I was going in, what I really wanted to nitpick wasn't like, you know, like all the little faults or whatever, because that's, you know, I wanted to show those for what they are. You know, just in case the team was watching, which they were, and I was happy to have them here. But I wanted to see, like, if I could catch, like, what was created for this, what was, like, fill in the blanks, and what was original assets. And it was pretty seamless. I think I did catch a couple things. I think I did notice, like, 1 or 2 of those, and I think I got confirmation on those. But, you know, in a project that, you know, we played that for, like, 2.5 hours. I think in 2.5 hours, like, noticing, like, just maybe 1 or 2 things is a pretty fucking good, pretty good success rate, in chat. Do I need the Blood 2 expansion link? Maybe. If you're in the Discord, I might hit you up in the Discord, but I'm gonna wrap this stream up for now, though. I will hit you up momentarily, because I have questions. This may be a very productive stream if it brought some folk here together that might need some bringing together, that might lead to some interesting developments on stuff. For those of you who don't know, badgamehalloffame.com. Check it out. Check out Duke Nukem Forever Restoration Project. This would be the Twitter here. I was is DNF 2001 RP. I'll link it in the chat as well, so you can follow, as it were. And yeah, we'll keep eyes on this, and this will eventually finish. It feels like they're setting goals, they're setting milestones. I feel like that's the most important thing with these mod projects. So many of these get started, so many of these fall off without any word or notice or any sort of release. But if you have a team that's working so committed on this and is also like putting out like these builds and setting goals for themselves and meeting those goals, that's what you want to see. So I have every bit of faith in this, and looking eagerly forward to what this materializes into, and to playing something akin to what a Duke Nukem Forever might have looked like, instead of the one we got, which is okay. Like a 2 out of 5. Alright, bye!